Hey guys, Cool Dog Guy John again. Just trying to do a wrap up of Madden 17. Want to talk about my offense that I had. Kind of remember the players I drafted, where I came from, what I did in this Madden. Just kind of wanted to archive it and save it because we played 4 seasons, or some say 3.5 seasons this Madden. But I kind of want to go through some of my players I got and drafted and what overall it was probably my most successful Madden because now I've made my second Super Bowl. Before this, I'd only made the playoffs twice in about 15, 16 seasons. I think I've been here since season 4, we're in season 30. I've always had good teams and just never did a really great job getting playoffs. My division's always tough. Played a lot of Super Bowl champs, playoff teams, and I play usually people close and tight, but this Madden really enjoyed, even though we only got 4 seasons in. Cowboys overall, the roster's stacked. Playing with Dak and Zeke and those offensive linemen is just almost unfair sometimes. Really enjoyed it. I think part of my success was having pretty much a super team, and we did fairly well drafting. Let's take a look at some of my roster and kind of just see how guys did over the last 4 seasons and kind of look back and see things to remember for next Madden when Madden 18 comes out. I've never made a video like this before, just kind of want to argument it in our Let's look at my roster. We'll start at QB. Everybody knows Dak, right? So we'll kind of look at what he did for us. And you can see the first season he didn't start. It was Romo's season. Played a couple of games, and in the second season I put him in. Romo was trying to get him retired. He didn't retire. The contract was killing me. He did 23 TDs and 24 interceptions. We actually won the Super Bowl this season. A lot of teams. I think there was only 1 or 2 quarterbacks in the whole league that had more touchdowns than interceptions, which was crazy. Got sacked a lot, 27 times. 67% completion rate, but 94 overall ratings. He did fairly well. I think he might have been the highest rated quarterback in the league that season, actually. 3,500 yards. He was a really key asset to the season, and you can see 2018 his production fell way down. Made the NFC Championship this season and lost to the Eagles. And then this season he's kind of on par. Better yards than last season, back to Super Bowl yards, but less touchdowns. A little more interceptions to TD, which isn't great. So his rating is only 80. We had a good running attack this season as well. Elliott got hurt, but overall I'm happy with what Dak's done for me. So 1 Super Bowl, can't ask anything better than that his sophomore year, maybe in the real Cowboys, and win one. Let's look at running back now. The monster that we call Ezekiel Elliott. This guy is just amazing. He breaks tackles, he runs past guys. The offensive line helps. The first season went 1,700 yards and 30 TDs. I think we set the record for TDs. We tied it. Actually, what's crazy is the Redskins. Jones had 30 TDs and like 2,000 yards and running back of the year. Got most of the EXP for the running back. So Elliott didn't get a whole lot of EXP, but he didn't really need it because he's so souped up anyways. And then my Super Bowl season, his productivity fell down, but I felt like we used him more with the passing game because you go back and Dak would pass for almost 3,500 yards. For me, that's a lot of passing. And then last season, I made the NFC Championship game. Pretty much almost the exact replica of my Super Bowl season with him. Same amount of yards, almost the exact same amount of carries. And then this season, he got hurt. Didn't play the whole season. I think he missed 4 or 5 games, maybe 4 games or 3 games, something like that. And my rookie running back really stepped up. Only 11 TDs. Part of that's because he's being hurt. Also got some wide receivers that made some production this season as well. But overall, 4 really successful seasons with Elliott. I should go back and look and see. He averaged over 100 yards a game this season. You see, let's look at Guyton here. This is a guy I drafted for some speed. I really like this guy. I almost traded Elliott because I like this guy so much, which that would have been crazy. I'm too much of a Cowboy fan. But he stepped in and had 5 yards to carry this season with 6 TDs. So I didn't miss a beat when he came in. Let's go look at my wide receivers now. Last 2 seasons before I used Alfred quite a bit as well. But Des Bryant, he is amazing, but as Madden goes, he gets older and slow. He's at 86 speed, so he had to move down to the 3rd receiver this season. But let's look at some of his stats and kind of go through it. He runs routes, he catches. He's just a great player. I love it when he throws up the X. Let's go down to 2000 16 where I started. So we had 1,000 yards receiving my first season, 955 and another 1,000. This season you see he dropped off because the speed's just not there and the settings went to default. If you don't have speed, you're in trouble on default settings. So we shifted to younger, faster guys. But overall, he had 3 great seasons. He was clutch in those Super Bowl seasons. This guy here, let's look at my rookie, Rulin. This guy I drafted as rookie, 6'6", 92 speed. The whole rookie class had tons of fast, tall guys. This guy was great. I think I drafted him in 3rd round. Yeah. So this is a steal for the 3rd round. This guy was amazing. Let's look at some of his stats here. You can see he had 1,000 yards, probably better than any of my Des Bryant. And he didn't really start. I moved him in starting receiver role probably week 7 or 8 of this season. So he was doing a lot of this from the 3rd wide receiver spot, and then moved him up to my first receiver and kind of replaced Des. I moved Des inside. This guy's been just great. His run after catch is amazing. Got another rookie that's fast and tall. So this whole speed and youth movement, he's 6'5", the other guy's 6'6". He's more of a role player for me, but I do try to need to get in the ball some more, especially in the Super Bowl. I'm going to try to, if I can get Starks the ball a little more. He's a good receiver for LSU. I think I drafted him later in the round. I'm not sure what round I actually drafted this guy. I'm guessing it's 6th or 7th because I usually wouldn't draft 2 wide receivers. I draft both of my guys, Williams and him, were there. Let's look and see. Yeah, 6th round pick. So this guy, he's basically my number 2 wide receiver right now. He moved in around week 8 or 9 as well. So I kind of did the youth movement. We had another young guy that's not quite as good, and Terrence Williams. He was great for me the first 3 seasons, but like I said, the age and the speed just was too much for him. So like 700 yards, 800 yards, and then this season's down because of the 2 rookies you saw who stepped over in week 8. But overall, really great. Wide receivers are big, they're tall, they're fast. I feel like that's helped my team a bunch. And my tight ends I need to work on. My guys in tight ends are mainly run blockers. You can see Williams' speed dropped down to 88 as well, 86 and 88. And that's just tough. These cornerbacks we got in the league are all super fast, and it doesn't really matter if they don't have the stats to contain them. If they don't have the speed, you're never going to get by them. You can jump routes. Look at tight ends. So most of my tight ends are super strong and built for run blocking. That's kind of what I focused on. So Swam was on the team, and then I drafted Franklin. And the last guy I drafted this last rookie year. So you see their run blocking and sub blocking from their speed. You can't sleep on Swam. He's 82 speed, so he'll get by you if you don't watch it. His catching's not the best, but I try to throw safe throws to him. Next Madden, I think I might try to get an explosive guy. Then you can see this offensive line; they're insane, which was great. But that's kind of my offense. I'll do another video on my defense. But thanks for watching. Bye.